Hey folks, it's Sunday afternoon, nice day outside, I'm relatively sober, so I'm going to do something that I've been meaning to do for a little while, and that's give my review of the Olympia Motorsports Phantom one-piece Rainsuit. From the get-go, okay, I know a lot of people own that stuff, and they say a lot of good things about it, so I'm not trying to get anyone to see things my way, but I'm going to give my first-hand experience with this stuff and why I think it's kind of a junky suit and why that's kind of a junky company, alright? I'll just start at the beginning, alright? I bought a new motorcycle, and I wanted to get a one-piece Rainsuit. So, you know, you start looking around the online stores, things like that. And I came across this, right? The one-piece Rainsuit, the Phantom one-piece Rainsuit. A nice-looking suit. The write-up was really well. So you do a little more digging. I checked the forums, I checked YouTube. You know, it reviews really well. Everybody seems to have good things to say about it. So, I buy one. Basically, there was problems with the suit from the very get-go. I hadn't even used the suit. I only tried it on twice, right? And one of the seams came apart. I know what you're thinking. Send the thing back and get it replaced. The thing there is, I had needed that suit for a long ride I was taking the coming weekend. I didn't have time to send this stupid thing back. So, even though I knew it was a deal breaker, I thought, I'm just going to fix it with epoxy, which I did. Now, like I said, I knew it was a deal breaker, alright? That's going to avoid any warranties. I knew that, but I needed this stupid suit, and frick, is it wrong to think a suit like that should get to you not just falling apart? Apparently I was wrong about that. Anyway, so I go on my ride. It was a fairly lengthy ride through northern British Columbia, and the suit seems to be holding up well, okay? Until we rode into some rain. Well, I'm in the rain for about an hour, I think, and the venting seam on the shoulder, on the arm, excuse me, it starts leaking. After about an hour, drip. I can feel water leaking right in this stupid thing, and I'm thinking, oh great, it's falling apart and the stupid thing leaks. So I ride in the rain. Obviously I can't stop, right? And as I ride more, I become aware that it's starting to feel cool in the other arm and in the chest, right? So I reach over just to try and touch it and see what's happening here, and I realize it's not cool. The other arm is leaking, and both chest vents, they're both leaking. Water's getting right in this stupid thing. Not only that, water's getting in the crotch area somewhere. Alright. At the end of the day, when I finally stopped and took the suit off to have a look at it, I found out why water was getting into the crotch. Another seam had frickin' come apart. At about this point, if you were me, you'd be thinking the same thing I was thinking. That's, yeah, right, yeah, great suit there, Olympia. Anyway, I managed to get this thing home, and without it falling right off me, right? And I start doing my review of this suit on different forums and things like that, including Facebook, and I'm not being loud, foul, abusive or anything like that, but I am telling people honestly my first-hand experience with that suit. A couple days after that, somebody sends me an email and says, you know, you might want to talk to Kevin Ray. Now, I think he's the guy in charge of Olympia Motorsports. You know, he might be able to help you, and they give me an email address, right? So I send him an email, and like, I'm not being loud and abusive, I'm just telling him this is exactly what happened, including I didn't have time to send it back, and blah blah blah. A couple days later, he emails me back, and his email, even though it was polite, it was kind of dismissive. He starts off by saying, you know, oh wow, one seam coming apart, that's extremely rare. Two seams, and here's what he says, it just doesn't happen. Oh, well thanks a lot there, Kevin. I can assure you, it did happen. And at this point you're thinking, you're not one to really stand behind your product or anything like that. And I'll tell you, I wasn't screaming for my money back or a new suit or anything like that. And I'll tell you, he wasn't offering or anything like that. Okay, he goes on to say things like, you know, well, as for waterproofness, you know, no suit's going to be 100% waterproof. Well, I mean, I saw his YouTube video and he repeatedly claims waterproofness for that suit. He also says something like, oh, well, you know, I got many happy customers. Check the testimonials. Now that's going to get you mad right there. all these other people are happy, so we're not terribly concerned that you've had a bad experience. It's your suit, you bought it, it's yours now. Too effing bad for you, right? Well, that's the long and the short of that. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, that stupid Olympia Motorsports Phantom one-piece Rainsuit is junk, okay? Yeah, the one I got was anyway. If a million other people have got those things and they work fine, I'm happy for you. But, you know, maybe my suit's the one lemon in the whole bunch, but I got it. And I look to myself and I think, yeah, and that's how I got treated by that company. Like I said, I knew that fixing it myself was a deal breaker and I wasn't going to be able to exchange it or replace it or get my money back then, but holy cow, he was just like, that Kevin Ray fellow, he was just, I felt like he was just kind of shrugging his shoulders and going, who cares? Too bad. Good little joke on you. And that's not a little joke, that was a $500 joke. Alright, that's basically the long and the short of that story. I'm going to show you the suit now, or in a moment here anyway, and, you know, I figure if that's the way they treated me, they'll do the same thing to you out there. If you buy their gear, I hope it's good, because if you buy their gear and you have a problem with it, don't really expect a whole lot out of that company. They, as far as I'm concerned, they just didn't stand behind their product and they didn't really care that somebody got a lemon out of them. It was just, very dismissive. Alright, I'll show you the suit now. Well, there it is, folks. The infamous Phantom one-piece Rainsuit. As you can see, it's one piece right there. There's the two chest vents right there. They both leaked. You can see them, one right there. There's the other one right there. They both leaked, okay? Water got right through those things. The arm vents, there's one right there. That leaked. And of course the other one over here, that one leaked too. And in 1 second I will flip this thing over and I'll show you where the seams came apart. Okay, I'll show you this where the seams came apart. There's one right there. Oops. A second to get out of focus here. Let's not hit the autofocus just to make sure everything's copacetic. Anyway, yeah. There's the one that I fixed. That thing was the first one to come apart, and I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's still coming apart right there. And on the opposite side, right there. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, right there. That one came apart too. Folks, I'll tell you, I was not using this thing to go into battle or anything like that. I hadn't even used it. Like I said, I only tried it on twice. And that one seam came apart. And it's still coming apart, as you can see right there. And then, I don't know when the other one came apart, but I noticed that the first time I rode in rain, something with water was getting in the crotch, so I looked and, you know, of course, discovered that right there. You know, folks, at that point, it then becomes very difficult to find anything nice to say about a suit like this, you know? It seems like the idea, the design, the concept was good, but the execution was lousy. I mean, you put the time and effort into coming up with a suit like this, and then the manufacture of it, you just, what's the point? Anyway, that's my review of that suit. So big thumbs down on this thing. It's a waste of money, you know. And frankly, doesn't seem to be anything in the way of quality control, and certainly no kind of customer service at Olympia Motorsports, and a company that doesn't want to stand behind their product. And that's it. That's the long and the short of that one. Thing's probably made of high performance Kevlar or something like that, so probably wouldn't do any good to burn it. I guess it probably wouldn't light. Anyway, that's it. That's it. So long.